Hi everyone, welcome to Stretch Break. My name is Amber Langford. For today's stretches, we are going to be using a chair. So go ahead and get your chair out and we're going to begin in a seated position. So go ahead and have a seat in your chair. I would recommend, if at all possible, using a stationary chair or at the very minimum, locking those wheels if you're using an office rolling chair. Let's go ahead and get started. To begin, we're going to start with some neck work. So I want you to take your head and you're just going to tilt your head over, bringing your right ear down to your right shoulder. Taking nice deep breaths. Feeling that nice stretch down the side of your neck. If you want a little bit more of a stretch, you can grab the top and just gently pull down. Let's do one more deep breath here. Bringing your head up and bringing it over to the opposite side. Pulling your ear to your shoulder. Opening up that opposite side of your neck. One last deep breath here. And bring your head back up to center. We're going to move down and start stretching our kind of chest and arms. So we're going to begin bringing our hands up, fingers together, palms together. We're going to peel our fingers away. Arms are staying nice and straight. And we're just going to bring our arms back. Opening up that chest, squeezing those shoulder blades together, holding here for 1 second, and on that exhale, we're going to return, rounding and reaching forward until your fingertips and palms meet, and then repeat, pulling fingertips and hands away, open, squeezing those shoulder blades, and exhale, return. We're going to do 4 here today. Taking it nice and slow. Really exaggerating that range of motion. And exhale, return. We're going to do 1 more, reaching forward and then peeling those fingers apart. Opening up that chest, holding those arms back, and exhale, return. And dropping those hands down to your side. Let's stretch those wrists and forearms out a little bit. So bring your right hand out in front of you, elbow stays nice and straight. We're just going to grab the back of our hand and pull our palm and our fingers towards our body. Stretching out that top of our arm. Two more deep breaths here. Releasing your hand and flipping your palm so it's facing up. We're now going to grab that palm and pull the back of our hand and our fingers back towards our body, stretching out our forearm. Taking nice deep breaths. And releasing your right arm. We're going to switch sides. Left arm is out. Grabbing the back of our hand and pulling those fingers towards our body. Doing your best not to let those shoulders creep up to your ears. We're still keeping them down and away from our ears. Working on our seated posture. One last deep breath. And releasing your hand, flipping your palm up to the ceiling, grabbing your palm and pulling those fingers back towards our body. One last deep breath. And release both hands. We're going to move on to our hips next. So I want you to take your right leg and you're going to cross your ankle right on top of your knee. We're going to open up that right hip, sitting up nice and tall to start. We're just going to gently press into the inside of our knee, pressing down, opening up that hip. Two more deep breaths in this position. And go ahead and keep that leg nice and open in that position, but we're going to lean our chest forward, reaching our chest down to our thighs, deepening that stretch. One last deep breath. And bringing your chest back upright, we're going to switch sides and cross that left ankle on top of our knee, starting sitting up nice and tall, pressing the inside of our knee down towards the floor and opening up that left hip. One last deep breath here. And leaning that chest forward, keeping those legs open. Stretching that hip and low back. Reaching down as close to you can. Trying to get a little bit farther with each exhale. One more deep breath. And bringing your chest back upright. We're going to lower both legs down to the ground. And we're going to take our right leg. We just did some external rotation. We're going to do the reverse and get that internal as well. So I want you to take your right leg, bring it out to the side. We're just going to drop that knee down towards the ground. Adding some nice light pressure on the outside of our thigh. One last deep breath. And bringing that knee back up. And bringing your right leg in. We're going to switch sides. And same thing, stepping out to the side with that left leg and then dropping it down. That knee goes towards the floor, internally rotating our left hip. Keeping some light pressure on the outside of your thigh. Get a little bit of a deeper stretch. One last deep breath. And relax out of that. We are going to come up to a stand and we are going to walk around to the back of our chair. I'm just going to turn a little bit so you can get a better view. We're going to grab the back of our chair and we're going to begin first by walking our feet back and dropping that chest down towards the floor. Arms are staying nice and straight. opening up that chest and shoulder area. You can feel free to have a slight knee bend. If it's a little bit painful, locking out those knees. One last inhale and exhale. We're going to bring our chest back up just a little bit so we're a little bit more neutral in a straight line from our hands to our hips. And we're going to get a little bit of hip and back mobility. So I want you to bend your left knee, bringing your left hip and knee forward, straighten, and then bend that right knee, bringing that right hip forward. We're just going to alternate knee bends, side to side, getting a little bit of a C-shape curve in that spine by bringing one hip forward and pulling the other one back. Let's do one more to each side. Straightening both legs. We're going to take our right hand and we're just going to reach down and across towards that left foot, looking up to the ceiling, getting some rotation as well as a shoulder stretch. And bring your right hand back up to the back of your chair and switch sides, bringing that left hand down and reaching for that right leg, looking up over that right shoulder. One last deep breath. And exhale, bringing both hands up. We're going to round, tucking that chin to our chest, tucking that tailbone. We're going to do 3 deep breaths in this rounded position, feeling that rib cage expand and contract. Once you've done 3 deep breaths, you can walk your feet in, coming back up to a stand. We are going to stand off the side of our chair. We're going to be done with our chair today. I'm actually going to move it just a little bit farther away. And we're going to do a little bit of a wider stance, stepping one foot out to the side. And we're just going to begin by reaching our arms out and up to the ceiling. And exhale. Bringing those arms back down. Inhale on the way up. Reaching up as tall as you can. On this last one, I want you to clasp those fingers at the top, reaching tall. We're just going to lean over to the right, bringing both hands over to the right, making a C shape with your spine. And coming back upright, reaching tall, resetting, and then leaning over to the left. One last deep breath here. Reaching those hands back to the ceiling. Unlace those fingers and bring them back down to your side. Let's do 2 big shoulder rolls backwards. And bring those feet in, shake it out. That is all of these stretches I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for joining me. My name's Amber. This is our stretch break. Hope you have a great rest of your day and see you next time.